boy, do I hate being right all the time.
First, let me say credit to the Bills. Happy for their fans. Very tortured fan base. So it's good for them. Really, this game just came down to one team showed up and just played an okay football game, and one team showed up and had 3 turnovers, and that's really decided this. Of course, the lazy media hyped this up all week as MVP versus MVP. Wasn't that kind of game. Didn't really know why they thought it'd be that kind of game, especially in this weather. This game was purely decided on 3 Ravens turnovers. Out here acting like we're playing a game in 80 degrees sunny Florida with the lack of ball handling, and then the just perplexing, awful pick by Lamar in the first half versus a team who was able to establish the run in a way that most teams other than the Eagles weren't able to do against us this year. And when it mattered, they converted on 3rd downs, and Josh Allen didn't make any mistakes, and that's really this game in 60 seconds. I could just end the video there, but I'm not going to because I am so tired of this shit. I swear to God, the guys in this locker room think they're the ones that put the Ravens on the map. That's how they carry themselves. Man, last time I checked, none of those guys were on these teams. I mean, I could be wrong. I'm sorry, Justin Tucker. Y'all thinking of anyone else other than the coach? Nah, I didn't think so. They're riding off everything that that Ravens, again, I have 3 tiers of Ravens. Founding era, Flacco era, Lamar era. These guys are all riding off the coattails of what the ground that those guys laid. They haven't done shit. You think I give a damn about individual player awards? Man, I root for the team. I root for the city. In 2016 and 2017, the Boston Red Sox won the division 2 straight years, got bounced in the first round of the playoffs. They fired their manager. Everyone thought they were crazy. Immediately won the World Series the next year. It's time. It's time. Front office, EDC. Shit, this goes up to the owner's box. Show some balls. Make a statement. This guy ain't getting it done anymore. What part of tonight made it look like this team knew they were going to win this game? We ran this a few months ago. This game was a joke. The Bills prepared. They other than our 7-play 80-yard rushing drive in the 3rd quarter, we went straight Michigan, Ohio State on these guys. Other than that, they addressed all of their rushing problems. Lamar really never got loose other than a couple of rushes. I give Lamar credit. He made some dimes tonight after rolling out. That's his special. You know, he gets over to the sideline, is able to go cross-field to a guy wide open because most guys just can't make that throw. So there usually is someone open. Yes, the casuals will destroy Mark Andrews for this game. They probably want to cut him just like they wanted to cut the GOAT Justin Tucker a few weeks ago, who, by the way, hasn't missed a kick since. I feel bad for him, to be honest with you guys, because he's been a warrior his entire career. All that work he put in last year to come back to play on that messed up ankle, something that he'll be living with the rest of his life, believe me. he just, terrible time to have those mistakes. I got people clowning him saying, we had the Lee Evans, Billy Cundiff game. This is going to be the Mark Andrews game. Fine. I'm not going to remember it like that. I'm going to remember it as, hopefully, the last game John Harbaugh ever coached for this city. That's how I hope to remember this game. This was a historic offense. I didn't enjoy really a second of this team this year, to be honest with you guys. Like, deep down, I never watched a game this year thinking we were going to win the Super Bowl. This is why I stress to you guys so much. You got to take advantage of your opportunities. Last year was our year, and we completely no-showed against the Chiefs. Look at the Bengals. Everyone thought they were the new darling. They've been a joke since they made the Super Bowl. Just frauds. It goes back to my video about who's the leader on this team. We just, for a year, our rematch against the Chiefs was all anyone talked about. When's that game happening? It's not. And we had dudes leaving the field tonight with smiles on their faces. I wish I could fucking smile. Hey, like my man JJ, the family man, said, check still clears in the morning, baby. You know what the shame of it is? That first drive was so nice. I was like, oh my God. This is the Lamar Jackson, David Price year. David Price, terrible pitcher, and one of the best regular season pitchers of my generation. Terrible in the playoffs for so long. In 2018, out of nowhere, he just turned it on. Dominated Houston while they were cheating. Still couldn't hit him. Dominated the Dodgers twice. I really thought this was it. Smoked our rival round one. Off to the races against the Bills. First good team we've played in 7 weeks. And then it just turned into classic Ravens playoff football. Abandon the run once we get behind. Mistakes. Personal fouls. John Harbaugh on the sideline. When you got coaching problems and you got player problems, that means you have fan problems because we're not winning games. Not when they matter. We haven't beaten a legit team in the playoffs since 2014 when we beat the Steelers. It's been 11 years. Houston starting, rookie starter. Nah. Houston had no chance of winning the Super Bowl last year. The Steelers this year, they were so bad, people were signing petitions to replace them with the Bengals. Give me a break. Ryan Tannehill, is that where we're going to go? Something's got to change. And it starts at the top. Get Harbaugh out of here. Get a nice, young, energetic coach up in here. Monken would probably be gone too if Harbaugh left. Fine by me. I know that sounds crazy for an offense that was popping like this, but it's not stats anymore for us. We've done that. How many times have we done that? Shit, Lamar might win his third MVP. We got the stats. Where's the results? When is enough of the fan base going to be like me and say enough's enough? We're not capping for any of these guys anymore. Not the players, not the coaches, not the GM, not the draft, none of it. This is it. If they don't rally off of this season, it's over. Just blow it up. Or you tackle this offseason like you're dying, like you're gasping for air, and you come back straight business. If you don't enter training camp day one with the expectation of, if we don't win the Super Bowl, this is all of a waste of time, you're not winning the Super Bowl. It's too much of a drag. The physical punishment that you take for 6 months. I just had a feeling. That's why, like, at no point this week was I like, yeah, we're gonna win this game. I wasn't going around saying, yeah, like, we lost, we might as well not show up. But I just knew that the Bills right now are doing what I thought we'd do this year. Seizing the moment, saying enough's enough. We're not losing home playoff games anymore. Lamar and the Ravens beat the shit out of us earlier this year. Doesn't matter. We're not letting it happen again. I remember when we used to do that. So good for them. Again, Bills fans, if you watch this, I get a lot of views from fans that like seeing my misery. Again, good game. You guys prepped and you executed, and that's what playoff football is all about. I wish you guys the best of luck against the Chiefs. I'm one of those guys where, like, until the Chiefs lose, I'm not gonna believe it. So I'm just gonna pick the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl again, because that's just how this season is going. If you win every close game, well, guess what? You're just gonna keep winning every close game until you don't. So until it doesn't happen, wow, I can't believe I'm here again doing another season-ending video, but, like, you know, I don't even remember if I said this in the video yet or not, but for me, the vibes were off all season. Like, I never was like, this team's winning the Super Bowl. It was just a lot of empty calories for me. I did with how we handled the Steelers just so easily last week. A small part of me was like, damn, like our playoff woes might be over. Like, Lamar looked like regular season Lamar. And again, like, Lamar played well tonight. He made plays, especially when you're talking about at one point, we tied that game, or almost tied that game, had a touchdown at least, without Zay Flowers or Rashad Bateman. I mean, we had punt returners and Nelson Aguilar out there with tight ends, and we managed to march down the field. Like, the interception was terrible, and the ball protection from him and Mark were just on those two fumbles. Again, playing like we're out here in Fort Lauderdale or something. But yeah, like, we looked so good last week. A small part of me was like, man. I mean, when 2012 team, I'm pretty sure that team was 10-6. And if we don't get that Ray Rice 4th and 27 or whatever it was against the Chargers, like, we may have never even made the playoffs that year, from what I remember, or at least that was a possibility. And then they just turned it on and got hot. Again, what happened that year? A certain someone retired. Came out that tunnel against the Colts. There was no doubt. The second that man, I didn't care who we were playing. Peyton Manning next round, Patriots. The NFC team had no chance. They had to cut the lights against us to make that game close. As soon as that man came out of that tunnel, I was like, we're winning the Super Bowl. You couldn't tell me nothing. We just don't have that right now. And it's not like you can just cook up another Ray Lewis. But it's like, someone has to take command and say, this ain't happening anymore. And it's not, I can't see it happening under this regime anymore. Cooked. It's over. I'll probably get over this one a little quicker than last year, just because I never was really feeling great about this season. But this is one of the biggest Ravens off seasons of my life. So we'll see what happens. I'd love to get that Derrick Henry extension too, because I think he's got more than just 1 year left in him. That's all I got.